Hey guys, if you struggle with tilting, giving up, pessimism, or any other aspect of a negative or weak mentality in Valorant, you will greatly benefit from my new mentality course on Patreon. You can find that link in the top description below. I cover all of those topics of mentality and much more. It's about a 2-hour video. Enjoy this video and see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about crosshair placement or pre-aim spots on Pearl attack, mainly just Pearl attack. I might go a little bit into defense, but I'm going to break it down into each section of each map and how to attack, how to have good crosshair placement, where to put your crosshair to kill your enemies. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start in mid. So we're going to start from shops, and then I'm going to go to top mid. You can probably, if you want to skip to a specific area, you can see in the timestamps. But basically, if we start here, you want to ask yourself a couple of things. One, are you alone or are you with teammates? So if you're alone, you're going to want to be a little more cautious of this area right here, because what's going to happen is the enemy can walk out and then, they can just kind of peek you. I'm sure some of you in lower ranks probably might not be aware of this, so I would just be aware. You don't have to sit here and watch this for too long, but just kind of be aware of it. However, if you do have a teammate up here that's watching right here, right, you don't really need to worry about that. So next thing you look at is right here. This is mid doors. Place your crosshair here. I always place my crosshair in the middle, just in case whenever I peek, if they're on the right, you can just kind of quickly flick to the right or to the left. Instead of trying to predict like, oh, they're going to be on the right, or oh, they're going to be on the left, just place your crosshair in the middle, right? And then I'll be walking up, right? And, either have my teammates with me or I don't. First, we want to be cautious, so kind of back here. It could be in either of these areas, so just, because people like to play really close to this. So you want to be cautious. People like to kind of do this type of thing. So always kind of just be like, you're clearing out everything. You notice I clear out all this, right? And this is especially important because they can rotate from here, from underwater or sewer, whatever you want to call it. And then so I'm slowly kind of jiggling out, always being aware of this. Right, I'm jiggling out. I clear right here first, and I'm gonna clear here, and then kind of clear out this area slowly but surely. I'm walking up here. If our team is with me, also this is a pretty good angle if you want to catch someone rotating. Clear the corner, all having good headshot level with your crosshair placement. Something you can practice in deathmatch. And here, again, I'm not going to go into B yet, but I will show you how to look into B from here. So right here, this is good. A lot of like sentinels or chambers like to play from back there, and you might be able to catch them off guard whenever you peek this. Next, we want to check right here. We could look up here. We don't really need to. A lot of the time, people don't actually play like on that ledge. Then we clear back here. Maybe check there. And then here, you want to clear here and here, right? And all while you're doing this, you want to be careful of behind you. If you don't have teammates with you and, if you're making a lot of noise, you want to be cautious of behind you. Even if you're not making noise, you just want to be cautious of behind you. So this is how I clear this, right? Clear here, check up top, check here, be careful of behind me. And then I would push into site, probably with my team, hopefully with my team, right? So now I'm going to go ahead and go to art. So, this is art. You will notice that whenever I peek, I'm first exposed to doors. So I actually need to kind of check this first. Again, if you don't have a teammate with you in shops, which as a duelist, this is probably going to be kind of common. So just be very aware of that. First, I would clear door like this. Just make sure they're not going to peek. Make sure I'm not going to get flashed. Because if I come all the way like this and then I get flashed from door, then it's kind of doomed, right? So just be careful of that. So I'm clearing door. I'm going to come over here, check this. Make sure they cannot cross to the box. So if you're quick enough, they will not be able to. Again, if you think they're at the box, you can place your crosshair in the middle. Otherwise, you can just place your crosshair here. One cool little thing that'll make this easy, actually let me show you first. So I would peek like this, clear behind the box, clear the other side of the box, and then clear out all this area, right? Make sure they can't be here. And so next thing you can do, always be aware of door and getting flashed, but a cool little trick you can do is jump up here. If you think they're going to play behind or around this box, it can be very useful to jump up on here and then kind of clear like this, right? You can even jump up here if you want, but otherwise you're just kind of clearing this out. Check here. I would always kind of check behind the box, right? Because you don't know whenever someone's just like literally crouching here like this. This is a play that I would probably go for, to be honest, just to try it out. So here we're going to check right here. Make sure having good crosshair placement the whole time. Clear this area, clear this whole corner, right? Make sure we're not just clearing this and then forgetting about this. And then I'll be walking up, clearing right here. Again, depending if my team's with me or not, I might be running. And then here I'm going to check here. And then I'm going to check the corner. Because just because I clear here, and then if I stop looking there and I don't check this corner, then I'm risking dying, right? And then from here, again, I'm not going to actually push into A, but we clear close, and clear here, and clear. They could even be up on top of this railing, but I don't probably place my crosshair there. Here, and then slowly clearing out. They could definitely be in that corner. And from here, now we just want to make sure we secure all of sight. But that's how you kind of walk up to this area, and that's how you can go for kills. So now we're going to be talking about going from here to here and flanking from each side. I'll see you guys in the next part. Alright guys, so now I'm going to be talking about pushing spawn and flanking. So this is mainly going to be for the duelists within the people watching, but this is a pretty good strat. You can see this map is quite literally just designed for attackers to do this. Like to push mid, to push to B, to push A, to push to A, right? And then to push mid all the way deep and just flank, right? So there's probably going to be like a trip here somewhere, but if you can't get away with this, it's going to be an extremely good strat to just like flank a certain site like this or something like that, right? So the way you do this is you come doors and you flank through, this is called mid connector, or you go art and come through mid connector, and then they both meet up in this kind of area right here, right? So again, if we're doing this, we want to walk up, make sure we clear all of door out like we have been, like I said in the last part, clear out like this, clear out like this, clear out like this. And just always kind of be cautious that there's not someone like being cringed in one of these corners. But then we're going to come up here, just kind of slowly jiggle out, make sure, you know, there's not someone here. Someone could definitely be down there as well. So just kind of clear like this and then check here. Some people do like to sit in that corner sometimes. Again, your biggest enemy here is probably going to be an enemy trip, like a chamber trip or something, or a cipher trip. And then here, once we get to this point, again, let me go ahead and go back and show you how you'd come from this way through art. Right, so we start up there, we hold door, we come up this way, you can jump up here if we really want, and then we clear here, we clear here, we clear here, we clear close. I'm just gonna run. I'm not saying that you should run, I'm just saying that, you know, I'm going to run for time's sake. Clear here, and then again, clear down here. I would definitely start walking by this point. There's a little corner there, be careful of here. Again, if there's no trip, they're giving you a free chance, especially guys in lower ranks, like I'm talking about flat gold, like you could probably get away with this. There's a corner here, so be careful. So now you have to choose where you're flanking from. You probably have told your team in advance, like, okay, I'm gonna go and flank B this round. Can we go B, guys? And you kind of just, you know, you walk up B, make sure that you're looking over here. If you see someone here, great, that's a free kill, right? But otherwise, we're just going to be flanking here. So again, I'm going to go ahead and walk, or run, I mean. You might clear up here, just make sure there's nobody up there. I would probably recommend going down low just so you can clear back hall, like this, right? Clearing here, clear all this, and then, you know, they can be back here. You know, this is just really good, right? We're just behind them, and if there's anyone that's not aware of us being behind them because there's not a trip or something, then it's just extremely useful, right? So, but the one bad thing about this is you're probably not going to be able to do this a whole lot. But getting up to here, getting control of this is typically pretty good because you know that the enemies can't be here. And so you have like, this is like getting control of vents on split basically, right? Like if you have control of vents, if you have control of B heaven, then you can kind of, if you have control of mid, like you can kind of go like wherever you want. So here we can flank here or here. Again, I don't think it matters too much which way you choose to flank from. Just make sure you clear everything out. Make sure you're being like quiet. Make sure you're being on the same page with the team and coordinating with them, telling them like, you know, are you behind them? If you want to kill someone, where are you going to kill them? And you know, that's this area, right? So make sure that you're taking advantage of that, mainly as a duelist, and mainly perhaps as an initiator supporting your duelist. You know, you go for a crazy 2 or 3 man push under here. It'd be kind of funny, right? But anyways, I'll see you guys. Let's go to A. All right, guys. So in this section, I'm going to be showing how to have good crosshair placement when attacking A. So I put on the barrier here just so you guys can see. There is actually a corner like right here, but you don't need to worry about it because the barrier is, you know, right here. I'm gonna go ahead and end that. And basically, you can come over here. Like, there's this nice little area for you to kind of walk around. If you just like to kind of sit here and wait, I would typically play this spot if you think they're going to be pushing. If you think the enemies play aggressive A, or if you know that they play aggressive A, then, you know, I might kind of wait. A lot of people like to peek behind this, or like kind of just to sit behind that. But be careful. People also do like to flash. Otherwise, you can just kind of walk up. Don't peek too close to the wall because we do want to peek kind of far away from the wall. Peek like this. Again, you can either choose to walk or run up, but if you do start here, you don't need to clear this corner. So here, I would kind of go like this, slowly kind of clear all this out, and then I would try to clear back here and back here at the same time. You can just throw a flash if you are on a flash agent. You know, you can have like a breach stun this or something, so you know, because this is kind of like arcade, like the arcade box. People can just kind of chill here. And if someone on your team does not fully clear this, then this can be really bad, right? So you want to be very aware of this box. Just because you go like this doesn't mean that they couldn't be on the backside of it, right? So just be aware of that. If they're going to play really passive, still, I just want you guys to be aware of it, clear it. Then here, we can honestly come around this way, clear it, clear here, clear these areas. And now you basically have control of what we need to take A. The problem is, again, if you don't have mid control, this is going to be a bit harder because enemies can be over here. So clear here, clear back here. Be very careful of these long angles. You don't want to get one-tapped or opt, right? Or marshaled, something like that. So I'm slowly kind of just clearing out all these areas. Again, you want to be careful of this kind of exposing this opening up angle here. So again, check toward mid, check back here, depending on if you think there's someone mid your team hasn't cleared out. Then here you might just swing. You might throw a flash. Kind of like, you know, you're going to hopefully have smokes as well. But then you can kind of just come up, clear here. If there's nobody on your team mid, you do want to be aware of this, right? Place your crosshair here, here, here. Again, be just cautious of mid. Here, here. You can clear back here, but I don't think people play there super often. It is definitely something you could do though, especially as like a sentinel. Just kind of anchor down the site, play like this. This is a pretty good spot for sure. But from here, you know, you're basically choosing where you want to play post plant, so you can either kind of like look for some kills. You can push up a little bit, but you don't want to push too far most likely. You can play from here, you know, chill here. This is pretty good, honestly. You want to catch them coming from here, here. Otherwise, I would just chill here, here, somewhere on site, or maybe play back main, depending on what's happening with your team. What's the scenario with your team? Like, you know, how are they playing? Do you need to actually play passive in order to win this round as a duelist? But, you know, yeah, that's how you push up to A. Again, most important part is just kind of understanding how to clear this area, understanding you don't need to clear this corner, and being aware of flashes, kind of, you know, just being meticulous about it. Alright guys, so attacking here on B site, there's going to be a lot of long range fights, and there's going to be a lot of long angles that you're going to want to have good crosshair placement for. So walking up here, the first thing you want to kind of be aware of is kind of like right here. People can definitely make it to there, especially with like a stem beacon, a speed boost, you know, some kind of ability, like a TP, and you might not always be able to hear them. So clear here, clear here. So, you know, playing around this pillar is really important. Also back here, 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 here. So if I was clearing this, it might look something like this, right? I might be extra cautious of this if I know they've been playing there. I might wait for a second. That goes for all these spots. If I think like someone's right here, I might hold this spot for like extra long. But this is kind of the order that you want to go in. You want to kind of just go in a linear fashion. You can also come up here if you'd really like. If you want to just kind of chill out and wait for a second. Again, you always want to be cautious of these spots. If you're not, you're going to get killed from those. You also don't have to come down here. You can come back. Yeah. You can come around this way. If you'd like, you know, and just kind of post up here, especially if you have an op, you can just kind of wait, see if someone's going to peek you. Otherwise, if we're just fast pushing, you know, we can just kind of run it down. I like to walk up on the left so I can clear this quickly, and then clear out, you know, clear out pillar, but I'm still watching all these spots simultaneously. Clear out here. And at this point, we check here, we check here. You know, if there's no one on your team pushing mid, you do want to be aware of this, so I'm not going to be showing that here, just because hopefully you have like one teammate mid or something. If not, that's okay. Just make sure you're again placing your crosshair there. Clear back left. This is kind of like all the spots I'd be placing my crosshair. And then at this point, you don't really need to keep pushing. You kind of just pick a spot and kind of chill out. Maybe wait for a kill here or something like this. And yeah, guys, so, you know, I kind of already talked about A little bit. And that's going to be crosshair placement for Pearl. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I didn't talk too much about defense just because I feel like you kind of know where the enemies are going to come from. Like, it's nothing crazy, to be honest with you. Like, you know that they have to come from right here. Yeah. So that's why I didn't really talk about it. And it goes for the same for whenever you're on mid. You know if you're peeking door, they either have to come from here or here. And so it's just a matter of actually having good crosshair placement, right? Like, are you aiming at headshot level? And I have a video on that. I have videos on that. You can do that in deathmatch. So hopefully you found this video helpful. You know, I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace, guys. Everyone have a good day.